Yeah, Tracy, a lot going on. Of course, SEPTA tells us it's working around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to try and meet that deadline, but it simply won't get it done. So it's not going to meet that deadline tomorrow. The question, like you asked, what's next? Nobody is really saying right now. We're in Suburban Station. Take a look around. You can see people trying to make that evening commute and go home. If we look back up at this big board, this is what a lot of people are dealing with. You can see there's a couple trains that are late on the other board. There are a couple trains that are canceled. I can certainly tell you that riders are fed up with a lot of this uncertainty. While commuters deal with continuous delays and cancellations, SEPTA is 1 day away from missing a federally mandated deadline for emergency inspections.
If me, I missed the first half of my midterm. I see people late to work. That's jeopardizing their career.
The transit agency is now asking the Federal Railroad Administration for a 2-week extension. SEPTA now believes it should be able to finish the work on its Silverliner IV rail cars by November 14th.
We're pleased with how the process has gone so far. Certainly, we would have liked to have finished all the rail cars within the month, but it became clear that the number was just too great for us to meet.
What happens if they don't meet this deadline for these emergency inspections?
So I'm not going to front run what happens next, but again, I don't want to talk about consequences. I want to talk about action.
We tried getting answers from U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy last week on missing the deadline, but he didn't want to talk about what ifs. SEPTA is taking Silverliner IV rail cars out of service on a rolling basis and inspecting them because of fire hazards. The agency was given 30 days to do so. According to SEPTA, it has 223 Silverliner IV rail cars. 111 have been inspected so far, and 46 have returned to service. We're told the reason more rail cars aren't returning to service faster is because crews are finding other things that need fixing.
We find some things that need repairs, and we haven't really found safety sensitive things, but things that we would address on our normal inspections.
No matter what happens, SEPTA is telling riders travel headaches and concerns will most likely continue for weeks, maybe 2 more months. Not exactly what Melissa Glenn wants to hear as she navigated the system back home. When you hear another month, what goes through your mind and your heart?
More chaos, but our jobs are pretty flexible, so I'm leaving a little bit early today.
And that's a good thing. Hopefully she's not going to Doylestown. That 4 o'clock train back to Doylestown has been canceled. You're taking a look at another train as folks are just hoping and praying that everything's on time and there's not any more delays. SEPTA says that it hopes to hear from the Federal Railroad Administration sometime tomorrow about that extension. We, of course, also reached out to the FRA to get some answers. We have not heard back yet. For now, we're live in Center City, Aaron Baskerville, NBC 10 News.